sorry about the delay. I was supposed to be live a few minutes ago, but I was finishing a workshop and we ended up a little later than expected. So welcome to this week global energy of the week for March 15th to March 21st. And first of all, happy new moon. We're in the middle of this new moon in Pisces, yes. And so it's a new start, a brand new start of the year in the zodiacal year, and it's a true beginning for everyone. So go ahead and set your intentions for the year, what you want to achieve, and do something that will help you remind yourself of what you have agreed with yourself that you want to achieve. So let's start with this week, and from the 15th to the 21st we're going to be on the 11th week of the year 2021. And so 11 is the prophet. The prophet needs to understand who is he being serving to. So one thing with the 11 is that it has to see who he wants to be obedient to. 11 is a naturally very intuitive being, and it's the one and the one. We've talked about this number before, man and his God. But who is he serving? Sometimes we are fixated with the material world, and if an 11 is serving the material needs, it's not going deep into his intuition or her intuition, it will become a little stubborn. It will be a person that's perhaps conflictive, someone that will try and feel that it's always right, won't listen to anyone else, could become a little angry, and could be oversensitive and needy. So only when 11 is listening within and connecting to the higher source, to the source of all that is, and it's willing to be the servant of the light, as in it will receive what needs to be done, not from the mind but from their intuition. That's when the 11 starts working as that prophet. Other than that, it could just behave like a 2 in the separation phase. So a number 2, when it's not evolved, could be separating, always looking at why didn't you do that? You could have done that better way, in a better way, and this and that, and this and that. An 11 that is working in an elevated way will always be very humble and will understand what needs to be done next. So this coming week, you have a choice. What do you want to focus on? Do you want to focus on looking within and understand what is being asked from you? Or do you want to stay in the, on the superficial stuff? Now, we always have a choice, and we all have different stages in our lives, in our evolution, and the evolution of our consciousness. And at some points, that's what we're meant to be doing. Sometimes we're meant to just stay on the superficial stages of our life, just because that's where the lessons are. So just be mindful of what you're doing, and if you are supposed to just be learning the lessons of the material world, of the superficial issues, that is okay. But if you are at a stage where you would like to connect with your inner wisdom, then this week will give you the opportunity to do so. So one other thing about 11 is that in the tarot card, 11 is related to the strengths. So you will have the strengths. if you are able to trust what the messages are coming to you from within. You will have the strength to deal with whatever is appearing in the day-to-day life, because you'll be able to trust and understand that whatever happens is for your best, for the best for yourself. So the year 5, 11 plus 5 is 16. 16 in the tarot cards is the Tower. The Tower is a process, it will want us to do a process of realization that we're nothing in front of God. So we're very little and blind. So we don't know where we are going. So we need to really listen within. We need to become transparent and go through this process of transformation, listening to the light, listening to God. The soul needs to come back to find the truth. So the process of the 16 will require a lot of cleansing, will require for you to really start changing your perception of what's in front of you. And if you do that, then there's a lot of healing and transformation available for you. So if you look at the year as a 23, you have 11 plus 23 is 34/7. And 34 is a number that will help us heal naturally. So if you follow the flow, if you follow what's happening and just listen to what's needed from you at this point in time, then the process will bring healing to your life. So it is a healing and transformational week for everyone. The week starts on the 15th, and the 15th is the inspirational teacher. So if you are choosing to look at your connection with self and looking at your connection with higher self, you can become an inspiration for others. You could be the inspirational teacher. Now in your life, this might mean choosing what elevates your consciousness, choosing what's best for you. And 15 plus 3 is 18. 18 is the number that will help us break our mindsets. It will help us elevate our consciousness, discriminate what no longer belongs in our life, leave behind the old mindsets, the old ideas of how things should be done, leaving behind what's no longer required. So on this day, you could make a decision of changing, of moving forward in life with a new stage, leaving behind the old ideas, the old mindsets of, oh, this is how things are done and that's it, we're not doing it any other way. Tomorrow is a day where you could choose to change the way things are done and start anew. And so 18 plus 5 of the year is 23. And so we were just talking about 23 last week, and 23 wants us to elevate our consciousness. So you see, talking about a week where we are meant to heal, where we are given the opportunity to connect to our inner wisdom, and through this process gain the courage and the trust to transform and heal. Then starting the week, we are already given the opportunity to leave behind the old mindsets. We are given the opportunity to start the week with new ideas and a new way of doing things. So just be very mindful of the ideas, the thoughts that come into your mind. See if you get inspiration, and even if you get an aha moment where you say, wow, I had never seen this before. Now, it could also be that there's a situation that's put in front of you that gives you the opportunity to deal with it in a different way. So be mindful. If there's something triggering you, look at it and make a decision. Where do I want to be? How do I want to behave in my life? How would love act? Am I choosing to serve the light, or am I choosing to stay in the superficial world? And whatever you choose, we'll see what that brings for you. It's a new beginning. So 23, 14, 5. And 14, we had talked about it last week. It's about Kundalini. Again, it's about elevating our consciousness. So a week for healing, a week for elevating our consciousness. So many opportunities to heal. Now the week finishes on the 21st. The 21st, 21 is a number that speaks about a gifted child. So it may be that you're finally able to see your gifts. It may be that before you were doubting about yourself, you may have been saying to yourself, I'm not good enough, I cannot do this, it's not possible. Perhaps by this day you realize that you have all the tools within yourself to do the things you're meant to be doing. And then 3 of the month, 21 plus 3 is 24. And 24 is alchemy in time and space. And what this means is that if we allow to follow the flows, if we follow the flow, if we allow ourselves to flow with life, things will just work perfectly well. So we need to trust. Again, it's a number that speaks about trust, and just let things pan themselves out and take their place in our lives. 24 plus the 5 of the years are 29. So you have a 29, 11, 2. 29 is the birth of light. So see, it's like there's this spark coming up into our lives, telling you, yes, you're capable, yes, there is a way, and perhaps seeing what that way is. The new way of living, it's going to be perhaps shown to you, it's perhaps going to be given to you in thoughts, or even a message on the road, or someone calls you and gives you an idea, etc. And 11, again, we spoke about the 11, because this is the 11th week, giving you that possibility to connect to your inner wisdom, to that intuition, that if you become a receiver, if you receive the light, then things will be shifted for you. So it's a beautiful week, a healing week. You may get a little emotional sometimes, because sometimes we need to be confronted. Sometimes the painful situations need to be put in front of us so we can make decisions and change the way we behave. And so on the 15th, so tomorrow, Mercury will be in Pisces, and Mercury is the messenger of God. So see, again, a reinforcement to say that tomorrow we may be starting to receive some new messages. We will be able to communicate with our intuition, and we'll be given new ideas on how the new should be laid out. So we will be having much more intuitive communication, and we'll be able to move forward with the new ideas that we have in our minds. Now on the 20th, so next Saturday, the Sun enters the sign of Aries. So Aries is the pioneer, is the first sign of the zodiac, and is the head. So it's our focus. So you may feel a new impetus, a new energy. You may feel perhaps before, and with all these difficult weeks we've had in the past, in the last few weeks, you may have felt a little like things are moving slowly, like you don't have the energy to do things. Well, now things are shifting because moving into Aries, a lot of enthusiasm and energy to do things in a new way. So overall, a lovely week, maybe some contrasting situations to make you see, to make you decide what you want to do, but it's a new beginning. We are marking a new beginning, a new energy, a new way of doing things in a way that we can evolve our consciousness. 23, a year to lift, to become more aware, and to come closer to the light. And when I say closer to the light, I mean closer to who you truly are, closer to your essence. So go ahead, make your decisions, be more mindful, and I hope I can hear some comments and some feedback about how your week is going, and I wish you the best for this coming week. Thank you for listening, and happy week.